Haunting mirror secrets revealed. It wasn't until last weekend that I stumbled upon the antique mirror at a local flea market. Its ornate frame a labyrinth of vines and flowers that seemed to almost pulse with life. The vendor, an elderly woman with eyes like storm clouds, said it was from an old estate sale. I didn't need another mirror, but something about it called to me, an inexplicable pull I couldn't resist. I hung it in my bedroom, directly across from my bed. That night, I awoke to the unsettling sensation of being watched, only to find my own reflection staring back at me with an intensity that seemed wrong. It was just a mirror, I told myself. Just a trick of the light. As the days passed, I began to notice subtle differences in the reflection. It started with small things, a book on the shelf appearing slightly out of place, the time on my alarm clock differing by a few minutes. But then, I noticed my reflection not quite aligning with my movements. It would hesitate a fraction of a second too long or move its lips in silent speech when I was perfectly still. One morning, I watched in horror as my reflection picked up my phone and dialed a number I didn't recognize. When I checked my call log, there was nothing there. I began to dread the night, the hours when darkness swallowed the room and the mirror became a window to somewhere else. I confided in my best friend, Jess, who laughed it off, suggesting I was overworked or stressed. But later that day, she called me, voice trembling, saying she'd felt something cold brush past her in my bedroom, even though we were alone. We decided to cover the mirror with an old sheet, hoping it would stifle whatever was seeping through. That night, I dreamt of my own reflection again. But this time it spoke. It whispered secrets about my life, things I'd never told anyone, not even Jess. I woke up in a cold sweat, the sheet on the floor, the mirror uncovered. The final straw came when I saw my reflection standing still, smiling, as I turned away. Panicking, I grabbed a hammer and smashed the glass. But instead of shattering, the surface rippled like water, and I felt an icy hand grip my wrist from the other side. I managed to pull away, but not before catching a glimpse of the world beyond. It was my room, but twisted, corrupted, a place where shadows danced with malicious intent. The mirror now sits in my garage, covered in blankets and locked away. But sometimes, when the house is silent, I hear a faint tapping, as if something, or someone, is trying to find its way back.